Today needed a big cup of coffee. Actually, a big cup of coffee. That's what I required this morning. Um, and I don't know how we did it. I used a picture of Mocha kind of under the covers because that's what we all wanted to do this morning. But we got up and we're going to church. And we're running a few minutes behind. So guess where we got put on? This 7-minute highway again. It's only, or no, 7 miles. It's only 7 miles. That's it. But I just thought I would get on and let y'all know. Hey, Christina, how you feeling? You're on your way? Well, so are we. I just wanted everybody to kind of see for a moment because the fall leaves have, they're as Christina would have called them, naked trees. I mean, compared to what we were seeing before on a similar highway going the other direction, there's a lot of naked trees. And apparently we're supposed to have snow this week. I don't know how accurate that will be, but anyway, you slept in. I hope you're feeling better. So anyway, but literally, there's like, as Christina would call, there's a lot of naked trees happening. There's not a lot of fall leaves happening. So I'm glad we made it down to the Amish country when we did, because like I said, you never know. It was like very shortly after that, not very long after that, the trees kind of just, I love you too, honey. The trees kind of just, it's, you know, they very quickly turn. And then too, we had a rainstorm. So there was a day where we had a lot of rain, and that just took whatever little bit. There's little lips of trees with leaves on them, but very few. There's a lot of naked trees, as Christina would call them. So, but we did good. I slept. I don't know what happened. I finally got up. So came home from the craft show. We did it. We had fun. And then I had my bowl of, yeah, as long as you're not, you're not, I don't want to get whatever you have. I love you, but I know you've been under the weather, so I don't want to get it. You need a massage. And so we went to the craft show, and it was like, I went to, what was it? I came home and I had a bowl of cream of wheat. That's all I felt like. Your granddaughter's like, I haven't got Jared sick yet. Anyway, so I got a big bowl of cream of wheat, and I went to bed and I fell asleep. And then Reese came on, and I went in to try to mod a little bit in her chat, and I was like, kept falling back asleep again, waking up, and then I was awake for a little bit, and then Tommy came on, and I tried to do a little bit there, and I was like, I went to bed, I think about midnight finally, and it was too early to even take any kind of medicine or anything like that yet, and I literally slept through the night. I was exhausted. I was tired. So, this girl is not going to do anything but rest today when she gets home, because it's going to be needed. I was thinking of doing kind of like, what was it? Like, what was it? An auction kind of thing, where some of the things that were left over, especially like the holiday stuff, like the soap caddies and, the towel caddies and stuff like that. I was thinking of maybe doing an auction. If you guys are looking for gifts, I'd rather give it, offer it to you all first. and kind of doing an auction on those. And so if that's something that people would be interested, I'd be glad to do that. Hey, Yadira, how are you? Big wheels on track. Yeah, like I said, this morning came with a king-size cup of coffee. Now, on a side note, if people don't know what this mug is, look at the eagle. That is my favorite jumpsuit Elvis ever wore. He wore it at the Aloha from Hawaii special, the satellite special. He was the first one to kind of do something like that. It was seen through as many countries as it was. I don't call Elvis the king of rock and roll because when he was called that, he would sit there and say there's only one king. I can't take that title, and the only king is Jesus. And so he didn't like it, so I don't call him that. But it just happened to be fitting. That's a king-size cup of coffee. I got that mug because I love, that was one of my favorite, that jumpsuit he wore, all-time favorite jumpsuit with the eagle on it. So I thought, I need a big cup of coffee this morning. Anyway, I was thinking about doing that, and then I can put them on the website or on the merch store. But then I figured out if you guys had the opportunity to kind of, have a little bit of an auction with what is left over, and it helps you with your Christmas shopping, then I'd rather offer it to everybody first. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I just have to pick a day. Maybe I'll do a little poll or something like that and see what everybody kind of consensus is. I don't know. But on Monday, we're going to do an updated, hi Beverly, we're going to do another thing with the shoe boxes, kind of our last little push, and maybe we have until the 24th, so I have to figure out when the 20th, that's next week. So maybe if we do one this Monday and then next Monday will be good. We do the two next Mondays focusing on the shoe boxes. And then I figured out maybe on Friday or Saturday we can do an auction with what's left, the necklaces and the earrings, and then it can be gifts for anybody that needs them. And of course then they will be less than when I'm going to put them on the fourth wall store. So I could do that. But I'm tired this morning, but that's okay. That's okay. We can be tired. Even though, and it's really funny when you have fibromyalgia and you've slept for 8 hours and you should be very rested and you feel like, no, don't feel like you even slept. And I feel like I did get some sleep, but I feel like I really fought getting out of that bed. I was like, so I used the picture of Moco because I'm like, I don't want to. I'm nice and cozy and I'm comfy and I don't want to move. Well, thank you very much. I threw on my face today. Just like threw in my face, threw in my hair. I tend, when I go live at home, not to do that. And that's only because from the start of this channel, I really wanted people to realize your beauty is inside. Yeah, I could put on the makeup every time I go live and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes, and I did it for the purpose too, because sometimes people dealing with chronic pain, putting on makeup can be a difficult thing. It can be, the touch of that, the feel of that can be painful. So I wanted to make sure that I was representing that a little bit, that, it was okay. Look for the beauty inside of people inside. And we can dress up, we can put makeup on, we can do all the things, fix our hair. But let's bring down the masks, because, it's hard for people to understand that don't deal with chronic pain, that it can be a very, very, tiring thing. I have those like neck massagers I use that sometimes if I'm crocheting and everything's stiff. And I used that last night because everything was so sore and stiff, and I just sat there. It was like somebody was just massaging my neck. It felt wonderful. If you ever, one of those things you see and they wrap around your neck, you just sit there, and I thought, I need a massage. I haven't had one in years, but they're so relaxing. I did one time. We were going to, Christina had celebrated her graduation, and she had never had one, and we went to the spa. She was like 18, 19 at that point. We had a massage, and we had her nails done and everything. We did a whole massage day, and it was wonderful. It poured like you couldn't believe, but it was a wonderful, wonderful thing. It was difficult, but it was wonderful because my grandmother had actually fallen and broken her hip. And we didn't go very far to celebrate for her graduation, but we did go to a hotel for the weekend. And we chose to stay. There was really nothing that we could do. And we stayed through it, but it was hard. But I'm glad we did it because it was special memories. I look back at that and remember that and think it was special. But massages are great. I wish they were free, right? Just go in and say, yeah, I'll take my monthly one, right? I've always wanted to try, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to do it, but they have them not very far, maybe like an hour away from here, where you literally get in like those salt baths, and you just float. I think the things are so cool. And like, you have an hour. And I think it's cool, like if you're a veteran, they do special things, for discounts or whatever. But you go in there and they fill the water with so much salt that you actually like float. And I think that's so cool. I'm like, I think it's so cool. I'm like, I would love to be able to have that experience, to go in and just be able to try it. And it's like you can have the cocoon thing open or closed or whatever. And I'm thinking that would be so cool just to lay there. They said it is extremely relaxing, and I thought, I'd love to try that. Maybe one of these days. But they have them not very far. Like, I looked it up one time. I thought, oh, that'd be so cool to go do, and just sit there and let the whole thing just float. I think it's really cool. It's amazing, all the cool stuff. As we get more advanced, I wonder sometimes. Sometimes you think the old days weren't so bad. But I've thought of that. I've thought of, that would be really cool to just go and float and just relax. I said it's extremely relaxing. So there's a lot of naked trees. I can't believe it's like it was all of a sudden fall, and that was like, where did it go? It doesn't last as long as you would think. You would think it would last through until the beginning of November, but it didn't. So we'll see. When it first snows, I'll take you all out, but unless it's in the middle of the night. But Josh said we're supposed to get snow this weekend. Hi, Mike. How are you? So we'll see. We will see. And last time I looked at it, I haven't looked at it yet. We're like 2 or 3 subscribers away from 1,200. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, what you waiting for? Go ahead and hit it and subscribe and like. We've got a lot of other things on our channel now. Either today or tomorrow, I'm going to put the pumpkin cake recipe out. So you guys are going to be able to enjoy that. We do have our memberships. So those people that have the Blessed Disco Ball membership, those memberships will go out before, that video will go out before anybody else gets it. So it is, guys, if you haven't tried this recipe, it is delicious. It is great for going to like a potluck. I make one to take down to Columbus for Thanksgiving with one side of his family, and then I usually make one on Friday, and I do it for the other side of the family. So It's a really good recipe. And I actually took a picture of the cookbook little index card we have. If you haven't known how well loved this recipe is, it looks like it's been through the battlefield. I mean, it is a mess, but I thought those are the recipes are really, really well loved, is that. And we have a lot of other things on our channel. And so if you're new here, welcome. This is a channel of connection. It is not a channel to teach you how to crochet. It's not what I wanted to do. We wanted to connect and bring people together and have those connections and that support and that peer support. So y'all have a good day. Thanks for having us covered. We've got you covered. Remember, stay connected, y'all. Be proud of being yourself, because everyone else is taken. And I thank you so much. And remember, today is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad as it is. Have a blessed day, everyone. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.